Remember that E3 press conference I kinda tore into for being all kinds of bad? You know, the last one. The one that showed off Elder Scrolls Blades, Fallout 76, and had Todd Howard doing a sort of self-deprecating humor.
And that sometimes it doesn't just work.
And then went on to insult everyone who legitimately had problems with Bethesda games releasing in buggy states.
I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs. I did. I read it on the internet, so it's true.
Even if he was just doing his job, even if he was just given a script and told to follow it, I think it's fair to hold Bethesda as a whole accountable for his words. I mean, after that big press conference, well, Todd Howard turned out to be an outright confidence man.
Fallout 76 is by far the largest project that we've ever done. It encompasses parts of the studio in Maryland, Austin, Montreal for Bethesda Game Studios, as well as we're getting a lot of help from other parts of Bethesda. Some of the great folks at id Software, Arcane, ZeniMax Online, and so it really is a huge undertaking, not just for us, but all parts of Bethesda.
Go look up confidence tricks on Wikipedia for a nice little rabbit hole on that. Say, I wanted to front load this video with the refresher about some of the things due to how Fallout 76 turned out. See, the thing is, I haven't very much touched on the Elder Scrolls Blades game. Well, I talked about it briefly for those of you who caught my 3-part series on Diablo Immortal. The thing is, unlike Blizzard, who brought a ton of PC exclusive gamers out to a convention hall and indirectly insulted them for not being interested in a mobile phone only release, Bethesda, on the other hand, they name-dropped Elder Scrolls Blades, showed a little bit of footage, made it clear it's coming out in practically every platform, not just mobile, so even the PC and console-centric player base were actually going to see something out of this. Obviously, in the back of our heads, we all knew that the game content and graphics would have to be dumbed down to the limits of a normal smartphone. But rather than leaving that as the only and big thing and asking questions, hey, what do you guys think about Elder Scrolls Blades? Like the Blizzard people did with Diablo Immortal. No. What they did is they ran right over it. They quickly followed it up with Fallout 76, Starfield, and Elder Scrolls 6 announcements. By the time Elder Scrolls 6's unimpressive title card came around, everyone had forgotten the details of Blades. They were riding the show train. Now, I've been flooded with questions about Elder Scrolls 6, and my answer right now is plain and simple. Don't know, have no opinion. It was a title card, what do you want? Unlike these phantasmal games, like Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, we've actually seen gameplay of Elder Scrolls Blades. And remember, although presentations can be misleading at times, Blades looks to me like a competent, although slow-paced, dungeon crawler. I have a history with dungeon crawlers, you see. From Wizardry to Shining in the Darkness to Shadow of Cerberus, to countless other dungeon crawlers, to something newer like Etrian Odyssey. Even the earlier Elder Scrolls games like 1 and 2 and, of course, Battlespire heavily relied on dungeon crawling. I honestly think to make Elder Scrolls Blades good, they don't have to retcon anything significant. Go around raiding dungeons in Cyrodiil or other locations. Just standard Elder Scrolls fare. People like myself who enjoy dungeon delving games, to me at least, this game looks right up my alley. If you're looking for the immersive open world experience, you most likely won't get it from Blades. What we can glean from the footage, a lot of people are talking about the combat. They say it looks extremely simplistic, fitting a cell phone, really. I don't imagine it'll be a very difficult game either, and probably won't rely on any kind of split-second reaction times at all, due to the nature of the phone interface. That said, the overwhelming majority of dungeon crawlers I used to play were a turn-based affair, with a very simple menu featuring attack, defend, cast, and item. I don't think Blades will be offering much more or much less in that regard. So now for the title of the video. I am indeed looking forward to Elder Scrolls Blades. Why? I could enjoy a cheap, casual Elder Scrolls themed dungeon crawler that hopefully won't butcher the lore any more than Skyrim or ESO already have. With a dungeon crawler, you don't need an expansive story, as I explained earlier. So in Shadow of Cerberus, the story had a sorcerer who usurped the throne. Not you, Jaegertharn from Elder Scrolls 1, a different sorcerer and a different throne. Point is, after the sorcerer usurped the throne, he then sought immortality. He summoned a time elemental with a desire to bind it. Failing his binding ritual, the time elemental tore through the mountain, rending rifts in time and space and nearly destroying the island. Now, the mountain that used to be the guy's palace is this twisted dungeon rift that has all manner of monsters and civilizations in it, all from different eras. Goes with failing to summon a time elemental, I suppose. Either way, you create a custom character, and then you descend into the dungeon in order to set things right. And when the game was actually running with proper servers, you could do it with up to 3 friends. The quest encounters were more or less just NPCs that would never move. The moment you entered the room, they would tell you the state of things. Occasionally, you would do looting or crafting special items in order to progress or to defeat the final boss. None of this really matters, though. The plot was just an excuse to get you through the elaborate dungeon that the developers had constructed. And Elder Scrolls Blades, at least to me, really needs to be no different. Just make an Elder Scrolls skin dungeon crawler with some basic attack, cast, item mechanics. I'll be happy. The real question we all have, though, is how is it going to be monetized? The fact that it's on a cell phone indicates it's going to be free to play. And we've seen some screenshots of a premium currency tab. Questions mount from this. Is our gameplay going to be limited by real-world time unless we pay up? You know, energy meters and all that. Are they going to sell power or just cosmetics? We've seen the atrocities they've done in the Elder Scrolls Online Crown Store with their loot boxes. None of these questions have been answered yet. I think that'll be the deciding factor to see if this game is good or horrible. Is it a dungeon crawler? Is it open world? It's probably not going to be an open world. It's probably going to be a dungeon crawler. The deciding factor is monetization and how much they compromise the gameplay in order to make money. Now, people have been asking me why Elder Scrolls Blades has been delayed. And I think the answer is pretty damn obvious. With Fallout 76, it became clear to the publisher Bethesda Softworks that games being rushed out to market, people might react negatively to that now. Bethesda's stopped getting free passes, at least as easily. And now any negatives are being scrutinized quite a bit more. Now, with an assumed free-to-play game like Blades, the pre-orders that people were encouraged to do when they announced it mean you'll just automatically download the app when it comes out. There's no monetary investment in the beginning, which means Bethesda Softworks won't have to meet agreements with physical retailers. See, everything about Fallout 76 and its issues screamed, we made these agreements and now we have to meet them. We don't care if the game is ready or not. It's shipping. Going gold now. Well, with the reaction Fallout 76 got, and all of the combined screw-ups, which some people made like 10 or 12 videos. I made about 3 after Fallout 76 came out, something like that. Anything that before would have skirted under the radar as, good enough, needs to now be reconsidered from Bethesda's perspective, as the goodwill from the community pretty much gone at this point. There are the occasional evangelists and defenders, what we refer to as the payless job, Leave the mega corporation alone. Leave the multi-billion-dollar corporation alone. I honestly look at the Elder Scrolls Blades delay as a good sign. I have every reason to believe that less as an Elder Scrolls game, more as a slimmed down dungeon crawler, that I'm going to enjoy Blades. That said, I'm looking forward to the release no matter what, because if it's bad, you bet I'll make videos talking about how it's bad and why. If it's good, I'll do live streams and videos of me enjoying it and explaining why I enjoy it. Most likely, however, I will make videos talking about how I enjoy it with these following exceptions, and then I'll talk about negative stuff, because that's pretty much what I do. I criticize. Criticizing's fun. Don't you see that's why I'm so fun to watch? Because I'm having fun. Now then, speaking of having fun, I'm going to be gone for the next week, although a video or two will be coming up on my channel while I'm gone. And that's done through the YouTube scheduler system, so I won't have to actually be here for that. However, there will be no live streams this coming week. Let's hope nothing else stupid happens while I'm gone. Oh, Bethesda, get your shit together. And to the rest of you, y'all have a good one now. Attack, attack, guard. We'll try that. Critical. We killed it.